Blessings. I'm back again. Welcome back to Life's Place. Thank y'all for the likes, the loves, the shares, and the subscribes. And this is a quick message. Damn, I lost the thought that quickly. They want to isolate you just so that you don't have a way to brag or who anybody to brag to. But you're not a bragger. You don't show off what you do. These are coming. This type of thought, this type of energy comes from those that do. The ones that got to show off what it is that they got that's way better than you. They the type to hold up the image to say, you know what? They got the house bigger than yours. They got the house before you. They got the car before you. They got a better car. They got a better job. They got this. They got that. They just want to isolate you just so that you don't brag about you. But you ain't bragging. You just doing you. They just don't like the fact that it's you, and they the one that's bragging about you, not you. You just doing you. They're the ones that really just don't want you to shine just because of their own fucking light. They can't keep the bill up and shit because of the image that they holding up. The motherfuckers don't want to hold that shit up for them. Everybody over here fending for themselves, holding up their own shit. Motherfuckers holding up their roof and shit. Motherfuckers holding doors. Motherfuckers holding on to the foundation that they got. But a motherfucker that's really, all into the image, yo, they gotta find motherfuckers to hold that shit up, yo. It's like the ones that living in their glory days from way back motherfucking then. They still motherfuckers still holding on to that past. There's only a little bit to a few that's still holding up the image. So they gotta hold that shit up by themselves. And some people can't hold up reality and the image. Some people gotta choose reality and the motherfucking image. And some people are just the image, whereas some are just living in reality. Whereas those with the image really try to put an image on those that's really in reality, right? Because there ain't no fucking image to fucking have or maintain when it comes to just being you and being real with yourself, right? The ones that gotta hold that image up, they gotta fake it. They gotta pretend. They're the ones that gotta fake it till they make it. Those are the ones that gotta add the glitter to their shit to make sure that they sparkling for that day. Whereas just to be, you sparkle from within. And that's the shit that they fucking don't like, yo. That's the shit that they don't like. Why? Because they gotta make sure that everybody's maintaining their light to stay on. That's the shit. Because that image that they holding on and motherfucking lights is going out and shit sparking. You know? They the ones that sitting in the damn, y'all. This the motherfucker that sit there and look for you. Look for that light with a flashlight on. They can't even look for they can't even see their own light. Outside in the light, standing in the motherfucking sun with a flashlight. They don't see themselves. They don't want to see themselves. Those are the type that, rather have everybody sitting up there screaming who they are, more so than accepting and being content with themselves, y'all. Those are the ones that will make it seem like, what, the brigade of image holders that they have holding their image up will make you want to hide behind the image that they put up for you. Ain't that some shit? That's like, let's make you weak. Don't be yourself. Don't be living in reality. Don't be real with yourself. Don't be real with what the fuck you see and what you feel. Come over here and pretend with us because you know what? Behind the image, everybody want. But everybody bunched up together holding up an image, yo. Where's the motherfuckers is holding up paper houses and driving paper cars and afraid to fucking tear? They're afraid to drop a tear to their reality. That's the reason why they forcing everybody to hold up a motherfucking image. But who's watching them? Who's turning on the lights and who's keeping the lights on? If they want to take the light away from those that see reality. It's like coming to the light, Caroline. Yeah, it's like stupid shit. They're afraid to be seen in the light for holding up an image. But at the same time, they're afraid to be in the dark for too long because the motherfucker gonna start crying and they're about to drown in their image. What the fuck? But they want to come to you to make you fake and phony, all because of the image that you don't have to hide behind because it's just you being you. It's that scratch your head moment, man. But I like my head. I like my head. I don't like them scars and that shit. But it makes you wonder what type of human is a human. Because we all put on our clothes, right? But at the same time, this human skin is to cover up the energy within. So if they're hiding behind an image and they're scared, oh shit, a vampire can't come out into the light, but they got to make you walk into the dark. But if you're already balanced in your light and your dark, there ain't shit that they can do but to try to make you give up yourself to walk into the dark with them. But the shit is, those that balance their light and their dark is always going to shine the light in the darkest of places, no matter how dark a motherfucker is. So eventually, that dark motherfucker is going to see their own fucking light and check themselves within. So what is a fucking image? Image is acceptance. Because a motherfucker can always hold a picture of themselves and walk around as the representative all day, but eventually you tired. So you're gonna have to wait for a motherfucker to hold that image up for you just to live up to that motherfucking image. But who's behind the mask that's fucking tired? And who's gonna hold up the fucking image at the same time? Y'all riding around with peoples in fucking paper cars. Who's holding up the fucking paper car? Everybody fucking running around like Flintstones. Because it's the scamming and the scheming and the debt and the loans and the credit, right? We got to keep on going after everybody, scamming and scheming to get anything, to get everything, to make it look like we got this image. But those are the very same ones that will put the bricks, actually, a few of them will actually put their hands in the dirt to make that brick to build a foundation for somebody else before they think about building them, getting in that dirt and building bricks for themselves. They will hold up that image for a foundation, but themselves. But that's the same motherfuckers that hold up an image for another foundation that won't get help for that foundation, for them to have their own stability. Crazy shit. But these are the same circle of people that will actually go to your foundation and take bricks and throw it right back at you. Same motherfuckers that get mad at taking the bricks from your foundation to throw it at you, that you take those very same bricks and build another fucking compound around you. And they still left dumbfounded holding up a paper image of who the fuck they are, trying to find themselves in the daylight with a flashlight. Gotta wonder the mentality and where it is that they see themselves when it comes to reality. Because what is reality to some if reality of you being real with yourself is not to hold up a fucking image, let alone hide behind a mask when the mask is yourself? It's just people don't want to accept yourself. They rather put a mask on you so that they can accept themselves for the mask that they're wearing because they hide behind the image. But they're the ones that want to put you in the box to hide you just so you don't brag. Brag about what? Life? Everybody has a right to brag about life because you're up and fucking breathing. It's just the motherfuckers that see themselves as the only motherfucking gift that feel as though they have a right to tell you or to do anything around you for you not to brag about your life. You just being up, being unbothered by those that don't want you to have a life fucks them up a lot more because of the fact that you enjoy your life. We all have our own life, but some people choose to try to destroy other people's lives, yet wonder why it's a continuous cycle of them doing the same thing. Like it's like hundreds of years later, these motherfuckers are still minuting themselves, to the minutia of dust. Yet they still the ego, the arrogance, and the pride is trying to, come around in the fucking dust, right? What show was that? What comic book was that? Sandman. You know, you just come around, start throwing sand at everybody. Like, yo, don't do that. No, you ain't supposed to heal. No, you ain't supposed to do that. But even Sandman feels bad because it's an image. Don't nobody want to be that all day, every day. It's just the same thing as motherfucking the devil. Motherfucking devil takes a break. Motherfucker's still trying to get to heaven, you know. But That motherfucker got a job to do, you know? And that's to keep everybody fucking confused as to who they are. Because a good amount of people don't want to accept who they are. Light and dark. Who gives a fuck? Do you? That's the thing. A lot of people want you to. It's acceptance of reality. Once motherfuckers accept reality, they'll accept themselves behind that mask. But sometimes it's easier to hide behind a mask because not accepting themselves is not facing themselves. Therefore, nobody else got to face them too. So to hide behind the image is so much better because if everybody gets comfortable with the representative, shit, who the fuck really is behind the mask that's trying to fool you? If you already see through the mask, why is there the play of double dutch? You know, that's that kid shit. You know, the Sandman come around and I'm throwing sand at you. What you gonna do? You could walk around, you know, you could walk away, build another fucking playground for the Sandman to come through. Stupid shit. Motherfuckers want to stay stagnant because the image is so much better than living in reality. But what is reality behind the image? Other than the continuous motion of finding people to hold up that image, to believe in that image. Whereas a good amount of people that they're asking really don't even know what the fuck an image is, let alone themselves. But they're handing them a mask to put on. No, don't know about yourself right now. Know about this image. Hold this image up. Because I need this image to be held up right now. You don't need to know about yourself. No, fuck that. Why are you asking about yourself? Why you even gotta ask why this mask is on your face? Just put the shit on. We got an image to hold up. We got an image to maintain. Fuck who the fuck you are behind the mask. You do what the fuck I tell you to do. You say what the hell I want you to say because you got that mask on. Even if you don't want that mask on your face. Hold up this image because I told you to. If not, I will do this to you. I'm gonna pay you next week type of shit. Hold up this image. We gotta hold up this. We gotta keep this lie up. You know, we gotta keep this up. We gotta maintain this shit. Meanwhile, those that's been given a mask to hide behind, they'll end up looking for themselves outside in the daytime too with a flashlight on. It's just a repeat recycle of the same lie, whereas the truth stands still. It's just being you, being real in your reality. Whereas those that gotta hold up an image, hide behind a mask, still holding up a flashlight to say that they are the light. Yet those are the same ones that can't stand themselves outside of the image without the mask and be themselves in the light as the light that they are. Anyways, y'all, know what the most I got you. Until the next thought, have a good one. Bye.